Hey, welcome back to our channel. I say ours because I've got the baby and little misfit man over here who likes to pop in and out of the videos. Right now he's kind of got an attitude, so he's doing his thing. Anyway, this is my 19-week bump date, so I'm gonna kind of tell you a little bit about how I've been feeling and just different things that I've been going through. My energy has been higher this week. However, I haven't been sleeping very well. My sleep schedule has been kind of all over the place. And so I try to get sleep as I can, like even if it's in the middle of the day, but I try not to sleep too late just because if I do, it's kind of like, you know, having coffee after 2 p.m. You're just not gonna sleep that night. I've been experiencing back-to-back days where I can't get to sleep until about 4 a.m. Sometimes I'm lucky and it's 3. So I've started using a lot of my little routine at night. I talked about it in my pregnancy essentials video. I have a bed of nails that I use, as well as like some essential oils that I'll diffuse. I drink tea and use my little, this guy that I want to put on right now because I really love it. Even just the weight of this, sometimes it's just super relaxing. Ow. It's heavy. Really love this thing. And it smells divine. Using these things and meditating at night. So I actually don't like sit there and meditate at night. I use an app, Plum Village app. I'll link it in the description. It has really great deep relaxation meditations, which are like kind of like body scan meditations. So it just kind of takes you through a body scan, very in depth and very easy to do. Just focusing on your breath, relaxing, and between all of those things, I end up being able to fall asleep. Now, I don't really know what it is that's keeping me up. It could be a variety of things. It could be stress, anxiety, it could be the pregnancy, it could be anything at this point. I really don't know, but I'm working on it, and I got a lot better sleep last night. I got to bed at about midnight, I think. So that was really nice. I slept kind of late. I know there's no such thing as like catching up on sleep, but I definitely feel like I did. So that's why I have all this energy today. I've been drinking tons and tons of water, just kind of like trying to meet those guidelines on how much water you're supposed to be drinking. I believe it's about 80-90 ounces or so, depends on who you ask, so I try to do that. I haven't had very strong cravings or anything like that. The most I've craved has been a breakfast burrito for lunch. I had that today, and maybe some pickles, things like that. I was eating a lot of sweets last week, but I kind of like stopped that. I don't want to put myself at risk for any kind of like gestational diabetes or maybe affecting the baby or anything like that, so I'm trying to limit that. I just had like a couple of weeks for some reason where I was really into sweets. If you can hear that, that's Misfit chiming in with his own 2 cents. I do have some favorite foods though. They're not necessarily like cravings that I have, but they're just things that I love to eat right now and I eat very regularly. So like avocado toast. Specifically, it's like an avocado spread that I'll make with just like some lime or lemon juice, a little bit of salt, spread that over a piece of toasted sourdough bread, but the whole wheat kind from Trader Joe's. Love that stuff. I think you can get it at Vaughn's and stuff too, but that's my favorite. And I'll do some egg whites on top, and sometimes I'll get a little frisky and put some queso fresco. My mouth is literally watering right now. I really love tangy things, so anything Mediterranean, like Greek food. The other day I went and grabbed like kebab, and oh my god, I just love, my mouth is watering again. The struggle is real. This is the extent of my cravings though. I don't like have to have it right now. I've heard of people who have those kinds of strong cravings where like you must have something immediately, even if it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I haven't been that way, so that's been pretty nice, but I do have mouth-watering cravings that I just think about, and later in the week or maybe the next day I'll cater to, but nothing crazy. I do tend to find myself trying to make choices. Like sometimes I don't know what I want to eat, but things will come to mind. Like for example, I went to Yogurtland. I wanted a little like parfait. Like I'll do the plain non-fat stuff, and I'll do like berries, strawberries, blueberries, granola, those dark chocolate chip things that they have, and whatever. So I wanted that, but once I got there, I realized there's a nectar next door, and I didn't I was so torn. I really wanted a Pataya. So I asked myself, what do I want? So I thought about the first option, I thought about the second option, and I waited to see which was gonna make my mouth water first. And Nectar took it for the win. So I got Nectar, and then I realized there's Chipotle next door. So I got both. Yeah, it happens. Anyway, so that's the kind of stuff I've been going through with food. In terms of my emotions, they've been very strong, but I'm starting to get a better handle on them. Those are just kind of rocky and all over the place depending on the day or the hour. Ask me again later. I'm working through it. One thing that I've been going through is trying to figure out what kind of birth I actually want. I started with the idea that I wanted a water birth, which was really important to me, and it still is, but after a lot of research, a lot of talking to friends who are in the medical industry, specifically in maternity, reading more about it, kind of thinking and meditating on it, I don't really know. I'm torn between going the midwifery way or going through with a hospital birth, right? I really want it to be a good environment, a welcoming environment, a calm, peaceful environment for the baby. But I understand that things happen, and I understand that there's very little time to make or break a situation. So something could happen, whether it's to myself or to the baby. One of my friends told me that, it's 6 minutes or less for the baby to be saved in a situation. And those situations are rare. However, they can and do happen, and I would not want anything to happen to this child. It was hard enough getting here, and I really have to consider my options because I don't know what I would do if something were to happen and I got all the way to term. I'm about to give labor or birth, and because I wanted this experience away from a hospital where they have all the medical necessities should an emergency happen, I lose her. So that's something that I've been going through, really just kind of thinking about that. So if you have any opinions or thoughts or have gone through this, have made a choice for yourself, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it and what drove you to make the decision that you did. Things that maybe I'm not seeing, things that I should consider, stuff like that. That would be really great. So my baby bump, I feel like it grew overnight. I'll show you. There it is. That is my 19-week baby bump. It's getting very round and big. I never thought I would be so proud to rock my bump, but I am thrilled and so excited. I am feeling flutters. It took me a little bit. I started feeling them a few weeks ago, but very little here and there. I haven't felt her as much as I thought I would at this point, but I do feel those little flutters, those tickles, kind of like bubbles or something in there. It's so awesome when I do. But I actually just had my anatomy scan, and I found out that I have a placenta that's in an anterior position. So long story short, what that means is that it's in the front, so it's kind of serving like a cushion between baby and myself, so I won't feel her as much. It's not like a huge deal. It's probably something that will be monitored, but as of right now, all it means is that I just won't feel her as much, which kind of sucks, but it's all right. I feel her, more in the lower region. So that's pretty cool. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you being here. If you like this sort of thing, please give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a beat.